When my grandfather passed away, he left me something extraordinary, a 6,800-acre horse ranch that had been in our family for nearly 80 years. It wasn't just land. It was our family's legacy. The ranch included championship bloodline stallions, historic barns, and protected grazing land. Horse breeding had always been part of our family's tradition. I intended to preserve every acre exactly as my grandfather wanted. That decision would soon upset the HOA. 3 days after moving in, HOA Karen paid me an unexpected visit. She claimed my horses were violating neighborhood standards. Apparently, stallions were considered unsightly agricultural nuisances. I nearly laughed. Karen informed me that I had 2 options: sell my stallions or pay daily HOA fines until I complied. Then she suggested selling my ranch to a luxury housing developer. That's when I knew this wasn't about horses. Something about her proposal didn't sit right with me. So I began reviewing every property document connected to the ranch. What I discovered changed everything. My ranch wasn't even part of the HOA. The ranch had been legally designated as agricultural land for decades. It qualified for multiple agricultural protections under county regulations. The HOA had absolutely no authority over my horses. Karen simply assumed I wouldn't know my rights. County officials confirmed that my ranch operated entirely outside HOA jurisdiction. The agricultural designation had been recorded long before the HOA even existed. The facts couldn't have been clearer. I owned the ranch free and clear. Eventually, I learned the real reason behind Karen's demands. The HOA wanted luxury homes built where my horse pastures currently stood. My ranch had become the centerpiece of their expansion plans. Unfortunately for them, I wasn't selling. I hired licensed surveyors to verify every property boundary. Their findings confirmed that not a single acre belonged to the HOA. The ranch had always remained independent. Property records don't lie. Karen threatened daily fines unless I sold my horses. What she didn't realize was that she had challenged 80 years of legally protected ranch ownership, and I had absolutely no intention of backing down. Karen wasted no time escalating the situation. Every morning, I received a new violation notice demanding daily fines. According to her, my horses were reducing neighborhood property values. I knew better. My attorney reviewed every HOA notice they sent me. None of them had any legal authority whatsoever. You cannot find property owners who aren't members of your HOA. That simple fact changed everything. County officials confirmed that my ranch qualified for multiple agricultural exemptions. Those protections had existed for more than 40 years. The HOA couldn't override county regulations. The law was entirely on my side. My stallions weren't neighborhood nuisances. They were nationally recognized breeding horses worth protecting. The ranch employed local workers and contributed to the community. Karen simply saw dollar signs. Eventually, residents learned about the HOA's proposed expansion plans: luxury homes, private golf facilities, exclusive membership amenities. My ranch stood directly in the middle of their vision. The county survey confirmed what I already knew. Every acre belonged to the ranch. The HOA's jurisdiction ended nearly 2 miles from my entrance gate. Karen had been attempting to regulate land she didn't control. Residents were surprised to learn the truth. Many believed my ranch had voluntarily joined the HOA years ago. That information was completely false. The public hearing changed everything. County commissioners carefully reviewed decades of recorded property documents. The ranch's ownership history was crystal clear. The HOA had no legal authority over my land. No exceptions existed. My employees were understandably concerned. Several families had worked on the ranch for generations. Selling the property would affect far more than just me. This fight was about protecting our shared legacy. Karen continued insisting that I comply with HOA standards. The board, however, was beginning to ask difficult questions. They wanted legal proof supporting her claims. She didn't have any. My attorney uncovered documents showing proposed development plans surrounding my ranch. Developers believed acquiring my property would dramatically increase their project's value. Everything finally made sense. The horses were never the real issue. County officials formally notified the HOA that the ranch remained protected agricultural property. Future attempts to impose HOA regulations would be legally ineffective. The notice left absolutely no room for confusion. The matter was officially documented. Neighborhood residents quickly lost confidence in HOA leadership. Many felt they had been misled for years. Transparency became the community's highest priority. The truth was finally impossible to ignore. While lawyers and county officials handled the paperwork, life at the ranch continued peacefully. The horses didn't care about HOA politics. They simply enjoyed the open pastures their family had called home for decades. And so did I. Karen threatened daily fines, unless I sold my stallions. Instead, she accidentally revealed a development scheme that never should have existed. Property rights once again proved stronger than HOA demands. And this story was far from over. County commissioners opened an official review of HOA governance practices. Residents wanted answers. They deserved to know how HOA leadership believed they could regulate thousands of privately owned acres. Accountability had finally arrived. Several board members resigned after reviewing the county findings. They admitted they relied entirely on inaccurate information. The neighborhood needed new leadership. Trust would have to be rebuilt. The ranch employees celebrated the news. Generations of hard work had been protected. The horses would remain exactly where they belonged. Sometimes, preserving history is the greatest victory of all. County officials organized a community property rights seminar. Residents learned valuable lessons about agricultural exemptions and land ownership laws. Knowledge proved to be one of the best protections against future conflicts. Everyone benefited from the experience. That evening, I sat on my grandfather's favorite stallion and rode across the property. For nearly 80 years, this ranch had stood as a symbol of hard work and family tradition. Nothing about that was changing anytime soon. And I couldn't have been happier.